Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next exit interview for Big Brother Canada 9. I'm your host, Taran Armstrong, and here today I will be talking to Latoya, unfortunately, as she has been the third house guest evicted from the Big Brother Canada 9 house. Very interested to hear what Latoya has to say, and let's get right into it. Here is Latoya. Latoya, hello. How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I am excited to talk to you, but not so soon. I did not want it to be this soon.
I know, neither did I.
Yeah. How are you doing with everything?
I'm doing well. It's really nice to be back home with my dog, my friends, my family, sleep in my own bed. So it's nice to be home, but really sad that I got evicted.
Yes. Okay. Well, where do you think you went wrong here? Because I feel like you were set up pretty well there in the game, but here you are, third person evicted from the house. What went wrong?
I think what went wrong is Rohan needed to leave, and I should have confirmed those votes the night before prior to the eviction. I allowed those guys to sway my decision, and I should have just stand firm in it. Like deep down within myself, I knew that was the best game move. I knew that Rohan should have left, and I believed what Josh was saying. I know Josh had made some mistakes earlier in the game, but when we had that discussion on the couch and he revealed all those things and called people out, there is some truth to every lie. And I would have felt more comfortable with Josh being in the house than Kyle and Roe together. And I wish I could have pulled it off. And I could have had the votes had I just pushed a little bit more the night before.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely a day of madness there on Wednesday, and then leading into Thursday, it seemed like a lot was going down. There were a few opportunities that you had in the week before where people were approaching you with alliances, and this was something that you talked to Tina about and a few other people that like people keep approaching me about things. Two of those people were Kyle and Roe. One of those people, one of those, or the one of one person was Victoria. You ended up kind of turning these people down to some degree. Do you regret doing that? Did you ever contemplate like maybe I should maybe I don't know string them along a little bit if I need to? What are your thoughts?
You know what? I actually hadn't really thought about that part of it, but now that you've brought it up and I'm thinking about it, I should have strung them on a little bit more. I should have talked more game with them and made them believe that I was in an alliance with them and kind of use that to build a better relationship with them. I think that would have been a better social game for me now that I'm looking back. And if I'm critiquing my game, that was definitely an option because I definitely had a lot of people coming to me wanting to work with me, but I'm so loyal that I already was with the Sunsetters that I was just like, this is my team. I'm gonna ride hard for my team. And I think maybe that did hurt my game a bit.
Yeah, that was what we were talking about on the outside. It was like, oh man, Toya's in such a good spot, but she's too loyal. Oh no.
Yeah.
It did seem like you did seem to take a stance where you were really trying hard not to lie in the game. Like where did that come from? Because obviously Big Brother is a game of lying, right? So
Right.
what made you bring that sort of philosophy into the game?
I wanted to stay true to myself. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to keep it real. I thought that if I could be a straight shooter, that people would see that as an asset, as somebody that, you know where I stand with them. There's so many people lying in this game that here's somebody that at least you don't have to guess with them. You know exactly where they stand. And there is ways of deceiving people without actually lying because I mean, I deceived Julie. I got her out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did that without lying, right? I was good at talking to people. I was good at, you know, letting people see kind of my vision and my view and getting them to flip the vote. It's just that I didn't want to be that person in the house that was going around telling blatant lies in front of people. It's not who I am. It's not the character that I wanted to portray in the show. I just wanted to be real. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought that it could take me far in the game. And it could have, I think, had my plans work the way I imagined.
Yeah. You and Tina seemed very close in the first couple of weeks, and then this week it seemed like there's a big split that happened, and you guys were barely talking anymore. What exactly happened there? And did you ever sort of like did you think about like should I try to reconcile this? Like what was going on?
No, because I could tell that Tina and I's relationship was dwindling, and it's because Tina didn't like the fact that I was basically telling her where to vote, and I think that she had early in the alliance she had a problem, and she felt like she was at the bottom of the alliance. So when she started drifting, I just kind of felt like actions speak louder than words. And now that I'm in a position where I'm down and out, you're really proving where your loyalty stands. So Tina's always going to be that player that's going to gravitate to whichever side is doing better. And I saw that in the game. And so I had already determined based on how she was moving that she wasn't somebody that I wanted to work with. And we were actually even talking about putting her on the block should any of us win HOH because she didn't show the loyalty.
Yeah, well, that was my next question. How did you feel about? Because I saw some of the debates that you had with Ty about this. Ty and Jed, they have, they have this idea that they maybe want to try and make peace with Kyle and Ro, and they think that maybe they can get away with that. How do you feel about that? Is that the right move for them moving forward?
No, it's not. And I did express that to them. I said, guys, I don't think that's a good idea. And I've been saying that to them. Like, why are you trying to make peace with these two guys? Why do you see them as such a big target? Because as far as I'm concerned, none of you guys have won anything. None of you guys have done anything in this game to show that you're a big player. So the line's already been drawn. They're trying to go after two of your alliance members, but yet you want to make nice. We're at war. Let's just fight this battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Victoria is the one that nominates you here. She had a lot of, I guess, reasons that she used to sort of justify the decisions that she was making between you and Kiefer on the block, and then why the veto couldn't be used. Because watching from the outside, it was definitely interesting watching the things that Victoria was saying. How did you feel about her reasoning in the House?
I knew I was her target. After she listed all the reasons why she put me up, I went to those guys and I said, I am the target. It makes no sense. She's got 7 reasons why I'm on the block, and she's got 1 reason why Kiefer's on the block. And Kiefer's not the only one that's been talking about her in the House. And she was so adamant that I needed to stay on the block. And the fact that you would threaten to put up Ty, it was like you were just grasping at any reason to keep me up there. I am your target. And to be honest with you, getting me out of the game is a bigger move than getting Kiefer. You're a super fan. Why wouldn't you want to get me out of the game? You already don't like me. You're jealous. You want to basically get me out of the game so that you can be number 1 with those guys. It is what it is. She didn't like the fact that she came to me to form an alliance, and I basically did not reciprocate that same energy because I kept it real. And I didn't want to form an alliance with somebody that literally is a pathological liar, is a chronic liar. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Who do you think is playing the best game in the House right now?
Right now, I think that Austin's playing the best game. As far as I'm concerned, before I left, I think Austin was in the best position. She's already won an HOH, but she didn't get a lot of blood on her hands. She's good with pretty much both sides. And right now, I feel like she's just sitting back and watching everybody do the dirty work. And she's a comp beast as well. And she's smart, and she keeps her cards really close.
If you had won the HOH, if you had stayed in the House, won this HOH, what was your plan?
My plan was I would have put up Kyle and Ro. If either of them took themselves down, I would have replaced them with Vic. And then at that point, depending on how the game was going and what new information unfold and what changes happen, I would either backdoor Vic or get one of the 2 out. Mm-hmm. But putting Kyle and Ro on the block just ensures that one of them will be going home, and they need to be split up.
So after your relationship with Tina sort of dissolves a bit, it felt like Tina was your kind of final two at one point.
Mhm.
What was your long-term plan? Who would have been your like closest person, final two person after Tina?
After Tina, I kind of felt that, Ty and Jed, they're each other's number one. They've probably made a final two already. If they had to choose, if Jed had to choose between me and Ty, he's gonna choose Ty. If Ty has to choose between me and Jed, it's gonna be Jed. So I kind of felt I was playing this game, keeping the people that I thought were loyal to me close. And then once I got further into the game, I just kind of felt like I was preparing myself to be on my own and to just fight for myself and make game moves that was in my best interest had I stayed in the game. So I don't think I was going to make a final two with anybody because everybody was showing me their true colors. I was just like, I'm in this by myself and I'm not making a final two with anybody. I'm just going to worry about myself and do what's in my best interest.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me, Latoya. You were really great on the show, and it's we're gonna miss you for sure.
Thank you so much for having me.
And there you go. That was Latoya. Great talking to her. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I am, of course, live every morning at 11 a.m. Eastern to update you on everything that is going on in the Big Brother Canada 9 house. So make sure you check that out. We are also live after every eviction, or not every just eviction, but every episode of Big Brother Canada 9 to recap what went down, as well as Tuesday night roundtables where we rate all of the players and play a virtual stock watch game. So check all of that out. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Taran Armstrong, where I do lots of fun streams. So find me there, and I will see all of you next time.